Hello everyone, this is Darryl20 and welcome to episode 36 of Darryl20's Let's Play of All the Mods 7 Skyblock. Where today I'm doing a little bit of refactoring of my applied energistic system. Right now I've got 30 channels in use coming off this side and 0 over here because I basically did all this. I have my P2P here going off, so all the things that are happening over here in applied energistics are connected to the same side of the controller to all the things that are going on over here. So to fix this, I'm going to rewire this a little bit. So I'm going to remove this input, I think. So let's disconnect you. Let's disconnect you. Let's disconnect you and you. And so you're offline right now, which is fine. Which is fine. I would actually, I'm going to put my magnet back on because it's been off. Let's see. So you're that. Okay, cool. So I wouldn't mind getting, this guy needs his power. So actually it's realistically, we don't want this here. We want this. And then we need to get power into this channel somehow. So what if I just did this? No, it doesn't work. Maybe I'll do anchor here and then channel and then quartz. I kind of, Does that sound cool? Yeah, it should be cool. So now you've got 4 channels in use. You're online again. I've copied this. And then we just need to load once, twice, 3 times. And that should be cool. And then you go out to these guys, which are all connected to stuff. And that should be good. I think that fixes it. So now if we look, we'll see that channels in use on this guy is 17, and channels in use on this guy is 13. So I split it. Cool? See? I like, lots of people complain about AE2 channels. I personally like them. I think it's fun playing with AE2 channels because it adds a layer of, like, I need to think a little bit more about my wiring. And for somebody who's known for having like their own name for the badness of their wiring, aka dire wire, I think we should all appreciate the fact that I like this because it means that it makes me think about my wiring a little bit more, right? So then I want to anchor you so that I can install a cable here. Cool. And what we probably want, the reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to put new things here. Let's do that. Load up our configuration, bring our cables down, and what I would like is a couple storage buses, one for obsidian, which, by the way, I should probably start actually making again. Dude, I like so much that coolness. All right, so you're going to be high priority. I assume you're locked? You may not be locked, so let's make sure that you're locked. Did I put this back in here by mistake? I did. Make sure you're locked, make sure you're locked, make you a high priority as well. Cool. So it'll try to put, any obsidian in there. The reason I wanted to do this is because I have plans for expanding some stuff today. I want to make sure I have access to some of the basics that I've been kind of neglecting a little bit. Like the last few episodes, I've been ignoring certain things, and I should really be doing a better job of being smart about that. So, we'll see. So anyway, you're cooking, you're cruising, you're doing good. I like you. Let's get obsidian cooking. Just curious, is there like a cooler way to get obsidian? I always hate the water thing that I have to put on top of you. Also, so I shouldn't need to make nether. Yeah, so that's cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reuse some of these things. So I should be able to take my cards out of here and reset all of them. That works for me. And then if I bring this in here, nope. If I bring... Where's my laser IOE guy? There he is. Boom. Absorb all that stuff. Thank you. All right. So how about you just insert and you extract? And then if I were to just put a water source there, that would probably be cool, right? And now we're producing obsidian again. Awesome. Sweet. You know what I paid almost no attention to? Like the whole last, like, how many episodes since I built this? I guess we're cool on redstone and coal here and dry ice. I guess we're cool. I guess we're producing enough to keep uraninite essences cooking. I'm down with that. All right, cool. So we've got some good stuff happening now. We've got easier access to some of our resources that I've been neglecting. Let's talk about what our next few episodes. You notice I have some vibranium, unobtainium, and allthemodium in my inventory, and I've got those seeds planned up here. The reason for that is I'm starting to look into the quests for creative mode. So I want to start knocking these out going forward now. What I'm going to do is, now that I've got a lot of basic infrastructure in place, I've got a ton of resources, I've got the seed system ready to go, I've got fast growing crops, I'm probably going to start knocking through all these. And basically the way this looks, as a recap, is a lot of these quests make sure that you're focusing on getting to the end game of a certain mod. So for example, I need 15 2x nether star blocks. Sounds like a lot of nether stars. I might already have that many. Dwarven Master has me getting a Rune of Nidavellir, which is the end game thing from Mythic Botany. Shouldn't be a problem. Master of Dragons. Things start getting expensive here. So Forbidden and Arcanus we have to get into. Occultism we have to get into. Then there's Master of the Sky, which has me getting into FTB Industrial Contraptions. Applied Energistics, which I'm already in. Some Mechanism stuff. That looks cool, right? Master of Oblivion has me getting into more Forbidden Arcanus and Twilight Forest. And some of these things require a hefty amount of the allthemodium ores, right? Wither Compass has me getting into Gravitational Modular, which is antimatter, so end game of Mechanism. We've got a lot of unobtainium blocks. These are alloys, so remember, to make these, we need to get into Tinkers and cast over a Piglet heart. Remember how hard it was to get those? Well, we need 28 blocks of that alloy. So 28 times 9 piglin hearts. So we're going to have to figure out a little bit of automation for that. I'm sure I can come up with something. Master of Fire has me... That doesn't look so bad. Master of Dimensions has me a bunch of compressed ores. 4Xs, it looks like. Patrick is created with Create, so we're going to definitely be doing Create at some point. So I want to start working towards all these. See, look, nuclear reactions, quad uranium fuel rods, antimatter pellets, insanium, supremium furnace, right? Project E stuff. So lots and lots of things that we're going to need to get into a lot of. Like, we have to get deep into certain mods. Ultimate solar panel from Solar Generation. Looks like fun. Lots of Enderium blocks. Eternal Obsidian Skull from Forbidden and Arcanus. So we're definitely going to be checking out Forbidden and Arcanus. And then eventually we put everything together with Create, and that gets us the ATM star, which we can use to get creative mode stuff, which looks cool. And possibly more will be added in the future. I don't actually know. We'll find out. So with that said, I'd like to start a couple things. One, I want to get the seeds for the allthemodium so that I don't have to worry about going and mining that stuff anymore. That's number one. Number two, I want to pick one of these quests and then start going through them, knocking them out, and then when we run into a quest where we have to do a bunch of infrastructure or build something out for it, we will, like Forbidden and Arcanus, for example. Sound like a plan? So I will be back in a minute once we're ready to roll. All right, so let's start with, real quick, I'm just going to see if I have 15x nether star block times 2. So what I would need to do, presumably... So that's nether star blocks. That's nether star blocks times 1. Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, not bad, honestly. We're at Nether Star blocks. We got 4 of them, so we're almost a third of the way there. Almost. Now, presumably, my Nether Star process is running smoothly, I would assume. I guess what we could just do is check in. Yeah, see, no, already 10. There's already 10 there. So, slowly but surely producing the Nether Stars that we need. I just wanted to kind of get a feel for how close I was. I wasn't entirely sure. I didn't do the math. I could have done the math, but I didn't do the math. So that's fine. Let me real quick get some more of this. So you know what actually I wanted to do before? Let's see if I can do it while I'm in here. I might be able to. I want to do this. I don't think I have any of these things, right? No, I didn't think so. But I can get them, because this is easy peasy. Excellent. Repair talisman? Is that a thing? Now, do I have to do anything with this? Or is it just working all the time? So if I get these guys... Are these, like, being repaired now? How does the repair talisman work? Slot belt. So maybe I'll put it on my belt? I'm trying to see if this actually repairs these things. Do I have to, like, activate it or something? Clicking doesn't seem to do much. None of the hotkeys seem to do much. Oh. It says on a pedestal it repairs nearby players' items. You know what's weird is I can't mine the obsidian using the unobtainium pickaxe. Isn't that strange? I feel like that's strange. Can the vibranium one do it? Yeah, that mines it no problem. Interesting. I wonder if it's one of these things on it that's causing that. Let's go test that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come home, I'm going to disenchant the tool all the way, and then we'll re-enchant it maybe with just fortune and whatever else we might want. But let's get everything off there real quick. Yeah, I don't know if any of these are affecting this, but making it just a regular old unobtainium pickaxe would probably be the way to go. Now, let's see. If I'm right about this. Oh, so there is something blocking it. That's interesting. I wonder, one of these guys must be doing something weird with it. Alright, let me get this upgraded to a decent level of fortune. So, as a note, how high does fortune go? And do we have anything with fortune on it right now? Fortune goes up to 8, and we have nothing else with fortune on it. Just for giggles, what happens if I put you in here? You'll get fortune 4, which is not great. And just for fun, just to see what this would get, that would get Silk Touch. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that thing I did before, where I apply fortune with the mana enchanter, then remove it, upgrade it to 6, repeat until 8. I'm going to do that off camera. And then I don't care about that, I don't care about that, I don't care about that. So back in a minute once I've got that handled, courtesy of Britannia. Cool. So just to demonstrate real fast what I'm doing for you guys, I will be doing this, this, that. Cool? And back in a few once I get this leveled up to 8. In fairness, this is pretty broken what I'm doing right now. I just want you guys to know this is very broken what I'm doing right now. But it's kind of fun. All right, fortune 8, which is as high as it goes, right? And I can probably turn you off. Really wondering why those things aren't getting repaired. I don't know if it's because they're modded items or what the deal is. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. See? I start talking and thinking about other things, and then my brain goes to the wrong place. I do love all the dimensions. Alright, so that would be fortune 8. and then you can go in here, along with all the other cool things that we've got. Good deal? All right. Speaking of mana, I should do something about the lack of mana that I have. But now we've got just Fortunate on there. So now we're going to go try to mine the Aldemodium. And I'm actually just a little bit curious as to how much I'll get from the 3 blocks of Aldemodium ore with Fortune 8 applied. Ready? Not bad. Could be worse. All right, so I'm going to go get more of this, and I'll be back. All right, I'm going to say 39's enough to get what I need. I'm going to go real quick and get Vibranium and the other 2 ores from their respective dimensions. I found some kind of bee, an ender bee. I'm going to take them. You're mine now, ender bee. I like having access to my AE system cross-dimensionally. That's a good time right there. I am just saying. Now, where's this ore? Well, I found a ship. It's ironic that I found one of these faster than I found my first unobtainium ore, but I'll take it. All right, I think we're cool with unobtainium now. Sweet. All right, so let's process all this stuff and get the seeds going for it so that we'll be in good shape. Deal? So in theory, I stick you in here. Can't you be processed by... Oh, right, purifying first. You. And you. Good. Okay, so give me 2 more of these, give me 2 more of these, and give me 2 more of these. Beautiful. Love this thing. Now, in order to get these seeds, we need insanium blocks, which might be easier said than done. But if I need to, so if I want 40 of these, we're missing a lot of, yeah. We're not quite where we need to be with Inferium Essence. So let me do this thing, and I'll be back in a bit. All right, I have a new idea. It's taking a really long time to produce the Inferium that we need. I even upgraded some of the soils here to Insanium soil, which gives me a 350% Inferium output, but even so, we're not doing great. So, I have an idea. It might be a little crazy, but let's see if I can make it work, because it could be really cool. I'm just saying. It could be pretty bananas. Back in a sec. Alright, this should work. I think. There we go. That works for me. Okay. Now for some stuff. Auto-crafting time. Alright, so here comes my shenanigans plan. Let's see if this works. Like, I hope it does. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work, but we're going to try. So we want fastest mode on the acceleration wand, right? Now, I currently do not have... Well, I do have the harvest goddess band, but it's not on my hotbar, so it's not going crazy here, right? So let's see if we can make this behave the way I want it to. And I'm going to demonstrate with a furnace first. So, because with a furnace, I'll be able to easily tell visually if this is working. Okay? But effectively, what I want is a chest with a item interface, a cable, and a player simulator. And then all I need is a variable card for the Boolean of true. And you're going to click. Or do I need to give it the item that it needs to click? I guess we'll see. So first off, we start with smelting something. Cobblestone and coal. All right, that's the speed that we're running with. If I do that, do I need to tell it which item to click with? I may. channel, right click, right hand, continuous click, sneak maybe? I might need to tell you to click with item and specify that this is the item. Usage of machine has been disabled in config. Say, what? I was hoping this would work. Let me see if it works either way. Maybe. So I figured out how to get it to work. All it requires is going into the configs and editing the one that says fake players can use it. So just want to test it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it this way, but since I went to the effort of going through and setting this up, I just want to test to see if this actually works. Now what's interesting is you're running low on energy, but I'm curious if this battery will help keep things charged. Maybe not. Are you low on power now? You are. So what's interesting is that, yeah. Looks like you know what? Maybe you need to be, no, you're fine. Ticks per operation. Bump that up to 2. Yeah, that's looking better. Okay. So now if I threw cobble in here, it should be really quick. Cool. I want to see what this does with the ritual. Like I said, technically you could call this cheating because I edited the configs of the pack to make this possible. Technically. You could call that cheating. But we'll have to see if I want to do that. Now we could then transfer this acceleration wand to get it to get recharged. It's an option. It's an option. But let's try this on the ritual and just see what happens. And then I'll probably switch it back and find another way to get lots of this stuff. Because I don't think there's any other way to get... Am I wrong, Inferium? Right? If I want lots and lots of Inferium Essence, there's really no good way. Because it doesn't look like we're getting Supremium Essence from killing Withers, which remember we had in the past. Right? So there's really no good way. I mean, there's Inferium Ores, but I don't even know if that's a thing. Oh, my friend. My friend. I don't know if there's a good way to get this. The sieve. Now, what we could maybe do is throw some Inferium seeds into... into a phytogenic insulator. I gotta find a way to, like, automate tick acceleration. Then I would be golden. But just for fun, only because I wanted to see if I could make this work. I didn't notice that the wand config was disabled by default in the pack. This frustrates me, because this looks like it's doing nothing. And again, I don't know if it's because I'm doing something wrong. I don't think so, though. I should, since I have the configs open, I should go in there and look and see what the thing is set to. So I want you to click with any item. Oh, good, you remembered your ticks per operation thing. Oh, look at you. All right, let me get a barrel. Only because I need to find if there's an enchant that makes it so that your flight doesn't mess up your mining speed. Because boy, is that slow. But I've already started, so I'm committed to finishing it this way. Yeah, I'll see about not doing this. I'm going to see if I can do it a way that doesn't involve me editing configs. But at least for now, let's give it a go. There you go. Now you're cooking. So what's this look like? Oh wow, that's very nice. Man, that is a thing. The harvester can't even keep up. That is very cool. Yeah, this guy, I assume he doesn't look like there's much by way of upgrades. Harvester pylon. What mod is he from? From pylons? Player filter, potion filter, mob filter. I assume that's for the expulsion pylon. Yeah, that was really fast. The only problem being is that the wand runs out of juice, which interestingly the tooltip doesn't update. But what's funny is it update. Look there, the tooltip is updated, and now it's not anymore. So never mind about that. That's kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie. The question is it cheating to modify the configs like that? The answer is probably yes. I'm sure you guys wouldn't like me making that, but man, do I want to keep that, because that is just cool beans right there. I'm gonna have to come up with a better way to grow these crops even faster, because I just need, ultimately I need a stupid amount of Inferium for progressing through the creative mode quests. So I need to get this to grow even faster than it already is. The problem is if I put this on a pedestal, it harvests the crops on me, which I don't want to have happen. So unfortunately, I shouldn't leave this config set such that the acceleration wand can be used inside. So I'm going to go undo that. I'm going to go undo that. So doing that now, it should no longer work. Maybe. Let's see if that did anything. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll flip it back. Oh, I see. Hold on. One sec. My goodness, it doesn't want to stay. I probably have to close out of the game. But one way or another, I will get it to the point where it no longer is doing the cheaty thing. So let me see if I can think of a good way to get this to be faster. We might need to get into another mod for speeding up stuff. We'll see. Let me think for a bit. The good news, at least, is that we have a lot of this stuff. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of working beautifully over there, actually. So I can at least make... And by the way, with that tick accelerating, that wasn't with boosted. I can only imagine what it would be like with boosted. It would just be constantly growing. Yeah. Unfortunately, these crystals don't last very long with the rituals. They burn through them pretty quick. We could look into a lily pad of fertility. That's another crop growth mechanic. I'm assuming Ars Nouveau has a nice growth acceleration, which I may need to get into a tablet used for rituals, huh? We might look into that one. Let me just see what that says. Do I have the Ars Nouveau book? I do. Source, machines, automation, familiars, rituals, overgrowth. Occasionally, bone meals blocks in the air around it. This ritual requires source to operate. If augmented with a bone block, this ritual will instead force baby animals to grow faster. Doesn't sound like it's going to work because it doesn't apply growth ticks. It applies bone meal. So that's not an ideal solution for me. Now, I could just spam more agricarnations and rituals underneath. That might be a nice way to go faster. Let's try the lily pad of fertility and see how that works. So for that, we need a lily pad, which is going to need some nature, maybe. Fertile essence. Do we have any of this stuff? What are we short on? Oh, green dye. We can make that. Fertile essence is catalyzing. Well, I think we have a lot of this stuff from our mob farm. Is there any other cool way to make this? Vines. Vines come from lily pads, lily pads come from vines. How about nature seeds? Nature agglomerate needs cactus and pumpkin. Cactus, I remember, as EMC. Pumpkin might need a little bit of growth, but we can make that happen, right? Let's give this a go and see how the lily pad of fertility behaves. And I think my best bet would be something like you. That's right, you're going to grow under there, aren't you? Meh, whatever. Do you do this? I don't think so, right? Back in a sec. Oh, Nature's Essence should be available now. Excellent. I'll stick that in there. That's one that we won't need so crazy of an amount of. And then just to help it move along. Sweet. And that'll get us our lily pad, right? So we only need a handful of those. Not too many. A few more. I like that this updates in real time, by the way. The fact that I don't have to close and reopen this to see changes is pretty slick. Okay. So now for a lily pad of fertility, let's remove this and see how nice this works. Now I'm pretty sure the lily pad's going to have to sit on water, but that's okay. We can make that happen. I've got one of these. Let's just put it here for now on the outside edge, and we'll see what kind of an effect it has. Is it going to be noticeable? I don't know how much of an effect it really has, to be honest with you. It's hard to see the difference, which makes me a little bit meh. Even tick accelerated, I'm not noticing a big difference here. Not great. Not great. All right, let me do this. I'm gonna wrap up the episode here. I'm gonna think about what other mods might allow for an increase in crop growth speed. What we have, at least. There is one we could do, and that could be the hydroponic bed from... It's not tick acceleratable, though, but it could be cool. Isn't that... Am I remembering that correct? Is that what it's called? Hydroponic bed from foregoing. I'm pretty sure that needs the wither gas stuff to run, but we could give that a try. So let me, is that doable here right now? I need fertilizer, which is just going to be a sewage composter. Yeah, we'll see. Either that or something else. Or I could just do more agri-carnations, because in theory I could just put a bunch of them down, right? Just kind of spam them. And then the same with the rituals. So that might be doable. For now, though, I'm going to wrap up. So Daryl20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. We'll see what kind of more trouble we can get into by way of playing with getting our crops growing faster. But ultimately, I need a stupid amount of Inferium. So that's what I'm really kind of focused on right now, is getting a lot of that stuff. I'll see if I can come up with that idea, and then next episode, we'll see where I land. For now, take it easy.